Okay, we're back at it here with part two. You'll recall from the previous video, we were looking at total output, which is this nicely typed um, chart here, column I made. Total product, or the TP curve, total product curve, which again kind of looks like this, and then then you reach that point of diminishing absolute productivity. But a short run production analysis, we can look at a few more metrics to really determine where our optimum production point is. And that's what we're going to look at here. You'll notice on the y-axis over here to the left, I have y over L, and that's of course output over labor. So say if we have made 10 burritos, right, and there were 2 workers, that would be an average product of 5. Average product of 5, yeah. So let's take a look at that. We're going to call this, let's call this average product per worker or per unit of labor. Let's call it unit of labor. Average product per unit of labor. So that's pretty easy to do. We take our total output, just like we have in our, how we have our y-axis labeled, and we divide that by the number of workers. So let's start off. We have an average product with 1 worker, 4 units of output, 4 burritos. With 2 workers, we had an average product of 5 burritos, and this is average, not total, but average. And we'll call this curve when we draw it the AP curve, average product curve. I'm going to go ahead and just finish out the rest of this so we're not wasting too much time, so give me 1 sec. Okay, finished up that column. And as you can see with some of the math, that's, you were going to have some decimal points to work with here. So why don't I go ahead and plot these as well, and try to think over the next few seconds as I have this pause. I guess it's to you when you're watching this, it's only a couple seconds, but try to think for a second how this curve is going to look. I'm going to plot these points, and then we'll draw the curve when I come back. Okay, so here are the plots. If you compare it to the last video where we were drawing the total product curve, now we're drawing the average product curve, you're going to see some pieces start to fall together here. Let me connect these dots, and let's see what we can come up with after we complete the curve. And here we go. This is what the average product curve looks like. And you know what? There's something pretty interesting about this as well. Remember how we were talking about the steep the slope of a line M, whether that slope can be steep or slight. It can increase at an increasing rate, decrease at a decreasing rate, or increase at a decreasing rate, vice versa. If you notice here, let me take that off. If you notice here, we're increasing, right? And we are increasing here. I guess we wouldn't really count this first line actually, because this is our first. We're at 0 without. We go from 1 unit of labor to 4 burritos, right? So we're going to increase. We have an increasing slope here, and we're still increasing here, right? But at a decreasing rate. And between 3 and 4, what do we have here between 3 and 4? 5.7, 5.8. And with the exception of some rounding errors, maybe if we took this to the 100th to the 1,000th, I think what we would find, frankly, is we're sort of pretty squared up, pretty much on the even, right? And then you'll notice after that, we go from 5.7 to 5.8 over here on the right. I'll just point that out here. 5.7 to 5.8. We went to 5, then to 5.7, then to 5.8. Then we go from 5.8 to 5.6. Keep in mind, these are averages. These are the averages, not the total. 5.6, 5.2, 5.2 to 4.6. What do we have going on here? Well, we have a decrease at a decreasing rate. And this isn't totally to scale. I'm doing this by hand. I'm not the world's greatest artist, or Andy Warhol or anything like that. If I were, I sure wouldn't be doing this shit. I tell you that much. But we are decreasing at a decreasing rate, just like we did with the total product curve. Just like we did with the total product curve. We're decreasing at a decreasing rate. So what do we have here? We went from 5.6 to 5.2, so that's going to be 0.4. Then we have, let's see, that's going to be 0.6. It's about 0.6, so that's a little bit of level. Then we go to 0.7. Now we're down to 0.8. So the average product curve, and this is just math, folks, really, if you think about it. If our original data is, in fact, the data, that's what's going to happen on the sum of factors here and the average of those factors. So this is what the average product curve is going to look like. Average product curves typically will look somewhat like this. That's really terrible. Let's try that again. It's going to start off really steep, then kind of just, maybe more that way. But either way, that is what the average product curve looks like. One more part to this video, one more trick to show, and from there, that will conclude our discussion on short-run production analysis with regards to labor. If you have a question on this video, the next one, the one before, again, you know what to do. Drop me a comment, send me an email. But until then, stay tuned, and we'll get the third part of this series to you right away.